It's a new year, so that means it's time for me to part with some of my fragrances. So if you want to know what fragrances I'm getting rid of and some that I might keep, stay tuned. What's up everybody, it's me Alysha Leigh and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're joining me for this video. I first want to say Happy New Year. It is 2022 and I hope that you have a blessed and prosperous new year. I'm looking forward to so many things this year and I hope that if you had a hard 2021 that 2022 is just the best year ever for you, and if you had an amazing 2021 that this year is even better for you as well. With it being a new year, I thought that it was time for me to let go of some of my fragrances. I have a growing collection and it's always good to purge things out of your collections or out of your closet, out of your home that you were just no longer using. It's collecting up space, and trust me, I know this firsthand. Me and my mother talk about this all the time. We just have too much stuff. So I gathered some fragrances out of my collection that I'm just not wearing anymore or have no connection to. Maybe I didn't like them in the first place and they were blind buys. I decided it is time for them to go. So I have about 11 fragrances and some that I'm on the fence about, maybe 2 or 3. But these fragrances I am really strongly leaning to letting go. And ultimately this makes room for new fragrances. So let's hop into the first fragrance. So the first fragrance on my list is a celebrity fragrance, and it is one that I'm on the fence about. But before I share the fragrance, I wanted to say, do not let anybody shame you or make you feel bad for wearing or buying celebrity fragrances. A lot of times celebrity fragrances might get this rap that they're cheap and they don't last long or they don't perform well, whatever. There are some good quality celebrity fragrances and they don't cost as much as designer luxury niche fragrances, of course, but you just have to weed through, you know, the not so good ones and the really good ones. I've had experiences with good fragrances from celebrities and awful fragrances from celebrities, but there are some really decent, good quality ones. I have about 12 fragrances in my collections that are from celebrities, so I wear them a lot. I think that they're great. I think that they're also good for people that are starting off their collection because they don't cost as much. You can get a wide range of scent profiles from these fragrances. So if you want a dedicated video to all of my celebrity fragrances, let me know in the comment section down below. Back to the fragrance. This is Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker. The top notes for this are lavender, martini, bergamot, mandarin orange, and palisander rosewood. In the middle you have patchouli, orchid, and narcissus. And in the base you have musk, woodsy notes, cedar, and white amber. This fragrance is super classy smelling. It doesn't smell super mature, but it does have a little bit of a mature edge to it. But it's still really nice. I think this is a good scent for church. I think this is a good scent for corporate surroundings. It's not offensive. So when SJP made this fragrance, she stated that she wanted to create a signature scent for women that is sexy but undeniably classy. And I definitely give her that this is definitely classy. Maybe a hint of sexy, but nothing too overtly sexy. I think that it's just the right amount of coyness, but it's not anything that I feel like is inappropriate, I guess you could say. This is a really nice fragrance. I think this is good for like corporate, church, those kind of things on a spring summer day. Nothing too hot, but like a nice warm day or a cooler spring day, like around that time. But this is really nice. I think that if you are into classy scents, sophisticated scents, elegant scents, and you want to try something that's inexpensive, try out Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker. The reason why this is on my declutter list because I really don't reach for it as much as I could, but I feel like I can give it another season, another try. Alright, so the next fragrance that I have on my declutter list is a fragrance I purchased off of Amazon. This fragrance was introduced to me by a person I follow on Instagram or TikTok, and they were like, it's on Amazon, it's inexpensive, and it smells great, it lasts, blah blah blah. So it's like, okay, bet, cool, I'm the Amazon queen. I shop from Amazon way too much, so let me give it a chance. So I bought it, and off the bat, even looking on the website, I really didn't care for the bottle. Now, I'm not the type of person where like bottle has to be pretty and stuff like that, but I do like an appealing looking bottle. And to me, it just kind of looked cheap. It didn't look as appealing to me. So I got it. I was like, well, look, let's try the juice inside. Let's get the bottle first, and then let's make a decision. So I got the bottle. Cool. I smelled it, and I've never worn it because to me, it's just not me. It's not a bad scent. It actually smells nice, but I know that I'm not gonna reach for it. I know that I'm not gonna wear it, and to me, it's just no point in keeping it. So this fragrance is Rare Tiffany by Afnan. And the top notes for this are jasmine, ylang ylang, and rose. The middle you have sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. And in the base you have ginger, pink pepper, and caramel. Now, I just am not a fan of this fragrance. I don't know why. It smells nice, but it's just not me. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just not me. I can't get with it. Don't see me wearing it. I wore it once to test it on my skin to see how I like it on my skin. Still didn't care for it. So to me, it's just time to let it go, and I will just move on to the next one. Moving along on a declutter list, the next fragrance I have is a fragrance that I bought from Kohl's, I believe, and I got this because I used to have this fragrance back in the day, and I loved it then before I even had a perfume collection. I got this actually through Scentbird, and I used the whole sample that they gave me when I got this. And for me, as I've grown into my own personal scent profiles and what I like on me, this just isn't something that I see myself wearing anymore. And it's nice. It's definitely for the green person who likes to smell earthy, florally, kind of like freshness of like a plant or a flower. It's not like fresh citrus, it's fresh like plants and greenery. So that's up your alley. This is for you as well. So this is In Full Bloom by Kate Spade, and the top notes are green notes, green tea, and lemon. In the middle you have May Rose, rose petals, lotus, and peony, and in the base you have white wood, cedar, and peach. This fragrance is, like I said, it's very green, like plant green, and I liked it. I think back in the day, I think this is really good for spring. Definitely like into the bloom, into the newness of flowers. I really like to smell like fresh flowers. This might be for you. First of all, I hate the bottle. Well, I love the purpleness of the bottle. I love the bottle part. This lid, this top is horrendous. Like, it's like, no, Kate Spade, y'all could do better than this. This is awful. I hate this. First of all, it takes up a lot of space. Like, you have to have something small next to this because it's not gonna work. But I think that this is nice for the people that want to have the greenness to them. This is not me anymore. I think, like I said, back in the day, this was up my alley and I loved it for the springtime, summertime, but this isn't me. So I'm going to have to say goodbye to In Full Bloom. So this next fragrance is the other fragrance I am on the fence about. So the thing about this fragrance that has me on the fence is because it is a great, light, long-lasting fragrance. It's very hard in my experience to find a fragrance that's light but lasts a long time. And for me, I wore this a few days ago to give it another chance to see if I really want to get rid of it. And surprisingly, it lasts me all day. And of course, by the end of the day, it was more of a skin scent, but I could still smell it. And for a fragrance that's already light in the beginning and for it to last all day is a really good thing for me. This is a fragrance that is a white floral bomb, and I am a white floral gal. I don't know if I should keep it or get rid of it. I'm leaning towards keeping it though. I also purchased this from Kohl's when I got the previous fragrance. This fragrance is Walk on Air by Kate Spade. The top notes are lime, fern, bergamot, Solomon seal, and neroli. In the base you have lily of the valley, magnolia, narcissus, and Egyptian jasmine. And in the base you have violet leaf, white iris, and lily. Off the bat, the plastic bow, that's a no-no. Like, y'all could have got a cloth bow. It's like, I don't like it. I'm not here for the bow, the plasticness of the bow. However, I love this fragrance. I really think I'm going to keep it. I don't have that much of a dent in it because I don't reach for it. However, I'm thinking about giving this another go in the spring and summertime, but it's just hard because you have favorites that you reach for. And I just want to maybe give this another chance. I don't think I'm going to get rid of this, but I'm not sure. But if you like light aromatic green white floral kind of scents, this is a bomb. This is great. Try Walk on Air by Kate Spade. I promise you won't be disappointed. Okay, so these next two fragrances I'm going to talk about together because essentially they're the same fragrance, and I've already talked about this fragrance on my channel. One of them I showcased on my channel, but if you know or if you don't know, I'm not a fan of MFK's Baccarat Rouge 540. And to me, I've smelled the original. I have a sample of the original, and I for some reason just can't get into it. I don't know if it's just a me thing. It probably is because I know everybody and their mom loves Baccarat Rouge 540, but I can't do it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I want to, but I can't. So I'm not getting into the notes of these fragrances because I've already talked about one of them already, and the other one is essentially the same thing. These two fragrances are from Alt Fragrances and Oakcha. This is Crystal number 23, and this is Sweven, and they are the dupes for MFK's Baccarat Rouge 540. Now, I've talked about this in my Alt Fragrances review. I have not done an Oakcha review. I have 4 other Oakcha scents. So if you want me to talk about my Oakcha fragrances, let me know in the comment section down below, and I can do a video dedicated to them. I do think that they have bangers in their lineup that I love, that last, that are great quality. So if you want to know about Oakcha, let me know in the comment section down below. But these have to go. I'm not a fan. They essentially smell exactly alike to each other. Of course, there's a richness to Baccarat that I think that these two are missing, but yeah, it's just not for me, so they're gonna have to go bye-bye. This next fragrance on my list is a fragrance that I have because of 2 reasons. First one is because my mom had it. She wore it for a while, and I loved it so much back when I was a teenager. I would go and wear hers all the time. So I don't know if she ended up giving me her bottle or I went and bought my own bottle, but somehow it became a part of my collection, and it's been in my collection ever since. The second reason why I have this is because I love the bottle and how it looks, and I think I just kept it for so long because of the bottle, and I just haven't worn it in a long time. And it's a beautiful scent. I think this is great for a teenager. I think this is great for a young adult, great for starting out your perfume collection. But for me, it's just not something that I'm reaching for. Probably not going to wear at all, so that's why it's time for me to let it go. This is Princess by Vera Wang. It looks like this, and the top notes are water lily, apricot, apple, and mandarin orange. In the middle you have dark chocolate, guava, TR flower, and tuberose. And in the base you have vanilla, amber, and woodsy notes. So like, can we just talk about the detail? Like the purple gems. This actually like comes off like this, and apparently this is a ring that you could wear, but you know, my fingers are too big, not working over here. But yeah, this fragrance has a lot of memories for me. Like I said, this is something that my mom had, and I love the bottle. I love the gold and the purple. I love that the liquid is dark, like purpley, and you know, purple is my thing, as I've said before on this channel, and I love this. I think like this is good for someone that's young, starting out in their perfume journey. Now, I'm not a fan of chocolate in real life. Like I don't like eating chocolate. I don't like smelling like chocolate, and you know, the chocolate-esque and the guava, and it's just, to me, I don't like how it smells anymore. For me, I still think this is a beautiful fragrance. It lasts decent for, you know, a teenager and like you're going to school, something like that. But like, to me, it's not what I'm reaching for at all. I reach for something else before I reach for this all day long. So this is goodbye to Princess out of my collection, and you know, I think if she served her purpose, and I'm glad I had her, but it's time. But if you're interested in a sweet florally fruity fragrance, check this out. You might really like it. Alright, so we're coming down the home stretch. Now these next two fragrances that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about together because they're from the same house and they're almost essentially the same fragrance as well. And they have served their purpose in my collection, and I've worn both of them quite a few times, but not enough for me to continue to have them and hold on to them. I also think that I kept them longer than I should have because of just having them on display in the collection. And I just don't want to do that anymore. If I'm not wearing it, I'm not using it, I don't want to keep it. So I want to make room for the things that I really want and the things that I'm going to use the most. So these are from the house of Juicy Couture, and we have Viva La Juicy and Viva La Juicy Gold Couture. Now these fragrances essentially are the same thing. This one has more notes than this one, but it's literally the same notes. So Viva La Juicy has wild berries and mandarin in the top, honeysuckle, gardenia, and jasmine in the middle, and in the base you have caramel, praline, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. Okay, this is for Viva La Juicy. So for Viva La Juicy Gold Couture, in the top you have wild berries, in the middle you have honeysuckle and jasmine sambac, and in the base you have caramel, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. Okay, so essentially these are the same fragrance, and you know, I worn the gold one more than the original, the Viva La Juicy one, and I just don't get any satisfaction out of wearing these fragrances. I think, like I said, they serve their purpose. I love the size of these because like I don't feel like too wasteful by buying these because I didn't wear them that much. But I think these are cute. I think these are really girly cute for starting off your fragrance or a younger person. If you want to have a Juicy Couture fragrance, then I'm not really well versed in the line, but these are good ones if you want to start somewhere. We are coming down to the second to last fragrance, and this fragrance is also a fragrance that I found here on YouTube by Jeremy Fragrance. And this fragrance I only worn once, and I just really couldn't get into it. I did give it another chance, like wearing it around the house to see like if I could really get into it, and I just can't for some reason. This fragrance to me is super synthetic, super strong, but like not in a pleasant way to me, and I just rather just depart, let it go, because I'm not going to use it at all. I'm not going to wear it. This fragrance is Roses Musk by Montale. It looks like this. This fragrance only has 3 notes in it, and the notes are rose, musk, and jasmine. And literally, that's it. That's one of the reasons why I don't like it, because like this is annoying too, but I don't like this because there's no development to this fragrance. Like that's it. This does not change throughout the course of you wearing it. When you spray it, it's going to smell like that all day long. It's not going to get softer. It's just going to stay harsh, synthetic, musky rose, but like heavy on the musk, but like in synthetic musk. Like I don't like it at all, and I'm kind of happy to see it go because I just wasn't using it at all. Roses Musk by Montale. If you're into heavy, rosy, musky, like, but that's it, this might be for you, but it just wasn't for me. Okay, so the last fragrance I have on the list is one of the OG celebrity fragrances, and if you know OG celebrity fragrances, you might know what this is, but I got this fragrance because I was like, it's the OG, you have to have this in your fragrance collection. And you know what, it's inexpensive, it's good for wanting to smell sweet, like candy sweet. As I've matured and grown in my own scent journey and scent profile, this is something that I just am not going to wear anymore. I don't want to smell like sickly sweet, light candy. It's just not my thing anymore. This fragrance is Fantasy by Britney Spears. In the top you have kiwi, red lychee, and quince. In the middle you have white chocolate, cupcake, orchid, and jasmine. In the base you have musk, orris root, and woodsy notes. So I actually have quite a dent in this. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit more than half because I have worn this. It's good for, like I said, smelling sweet, smelling like bubblegummy. I think that this is good for a teenager, like young teenager. If they want to get into these fragrances, and maybe, you know, you're getting them body spray, this is good for smelling sweet, you know, they'll feel grand or whatever. For me, I'm no longer going to wear this. I'm not reaching for this. I don't want to smell like this anymore. This is something that I was kind of like knew I had to depart from, but I was holding on to it because like it is an OG in celebrity fragrances, and it was one of the earlier fragrances that I got when I started off my collection, so it was a little bit sentimental for me. That's why I was holding on to it, but it's time for me to let it go. So this is going to be Goodbye to Fantasy by Britney Spears. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope that you enjoyed my first decluttering video on this channel. If you plan on decluttering or getting rid of any fragrances, why don't you let me know down below in the comment section. Also, leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We would love to have you here in the Fragrance Fam. Also, head over to my Instagram page and join the Fragrance Fam over there at _AlyshaLeigh_. We would love to have you. That is where I'm posting other content. Also, just want to come on and say thank you again to everyone that helped get me to 100 subscribers and participated in the giveaway. Y'all are the best. I really mean that, and I hope that you continue to rock out with me on this journey. Make sure your notification bell is on so you'll be notified when I upload new content. I do have a perfume tour coming up, so you can see all the fragrances I have in my collection, as well as a Valentine's Day fragrance video coming up where I give you some suggestions for not just women's fragrances but men's fragrances as well for Valentine's Day. So if you're interested and you want to know more, make sure you are in the fam. So guys, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.